Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The spoilers for Friday, December 8th episode of Days of Our Lives indicate that Johnny DeMuro noticed EJ DeMuro was thinking about his kid when he became sidetracked. When Nicole Walker DeMuro heard that Johnny was offering assistance and that she had been acting strangely, she became quite upset. Nicole said that EJ felt Nicole was crazy, but he told her in private that he only believed Nicole was in mourning. After a while, EJ brought up the prospect of trying again and having another kid, but Nicole angrily declared that her time was up. Nicole was clueless about what to do next if EJ was unwilling to acknowledge that she wasn't carrying his child. EJ claimed he understood Nicole's life was already full, and that he was only trying to cheer her up. Nicole soon became calmer as they professed their love for one another. Nicole thought it would be lovely to have her favorite meal delivered later, as recommended by EJ. Kenelle Dupree offered an extra scone in her Sweet Bits bag as an apology for believing Holly Jonas had a love on Johnny in the town square on Friday's episode of Days. Channel stated that she was glad for them because she believed Holly was seeing Tate Black. When the topic of Nicole and her struggles came up, Holly admitted that things were difficult. Johnny met Channel after Holly left and informed her of all the unhappiness at the DeMuro home. Johnny asked Channel whether she would mind if they supported each other, thinking that she and Holly could be there for each other. Channel appeared content with Holly and Johnny spending time together now that it appeared that her misgivings regarding Holly's affection had been disproven. Channel gave Johnny a kiss to cheer him up, and they arranged to meet again the following weekend. Their would-be anniversary was approaching, so Johnny hinted at the surprise that would be unfolding. Roman Brady was heading to visit his new grandson at the pub on Friday's DOOLA program when Tate stopped him to inquire about a night off. Given that Johnny had informed him that Tate was seeing Holly, Roman surmised that this was for a date. Roman assured Tate that the secret was safe with him, despite Tate's suggestion that he wished to keep his dating life under wraps since Brady Black disapproved. Holly called Tate out for taking advantage of the situation to pretend to be on a date after she came later and expressed her anger towards him. Tate offered to act as though Brady was the reason they had to quit their relationship, but she told him not to because Channel had finally stopped being suspicious. Johnny had asked Holly to help organize a gag-iversary, and Holly wanted Tate to help make sure Channel never made it. Tate pushed Holly to allow him to take her on a genuine date since he felt that was a huge ask and he deserved something in return. Sloane Peterson Brady worked on her laptop while balancing her responsibilities as a mother and baking some cookies at home. Eric was touched by Sloane's maternal side and cherished witnessing it. When Roman arrived, he was moved to hear Jude Roman Brady was the baby's name. After holding his namesake, Roman remarked that Eric's newborn appearance reminded him of Jude. Roman had mentioned that Jude and Eric had similar eyes, so he figured he might be dreaming about the familial resemblance. Roman was aware that he had been harsh with Sloane, but since she had married Eric and started a family with him, he had changed his tune. Roman was glad that Sloane brought Eric joy. On Friday's episode of Days, Eric heard a voicemail from the lawyer who had been assisting Melinda Trask after Roman departed. Eric explained to Sloane that he was confused and put her on the spot after reading the message that the attorney was sorry about the adoption falling through. Leo Stark received updates from Dimitri von Leischner at Statesville regarding how and why Sloane ultimately passed off Nicole's kid as her adopted son. Leo wasn't sure he could keep such a big secret to himself, but Dimitri pushed him to use his newfound freedom to blackmail Sloane. Leo promised to come see Dimitri again, but Dimitri wasn't sure when he would see him again. Nevertheless, Dimitri wished Leo a happy life as he watched him leave with a wistful gaze. On Friday's episode of Days, Nicole answered the door for Leo and appeared startled to see him back at the DeMuro mansion. Keep checking back for more on Nicole's future as some surprises are still to come in her world, according to spoilers for Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Sloane Peterson Brady will be under a lot of strain as a result of Leo Stark's latest threat of blackmail. Sloane will have her job cut out for her, because Leo will be making demands that include getting Dimitri von Leuschner, Peter Port, out of his current situation in prison. Naturally, Sloane will also have to cope with the demands of being a new mother. Jude Brady appears to realize that his phony mother is terrible news because, as far, he cries anytime Sloane tries to embrace him. Days teasers indicate that although Eric Brady is secretly Jude's biological father, he'll also struggle to calm him down during the week of December 11 to 15. Jude's true mother might be the only one who can console him in this circumstance. Days teasers indicate Jude will cry uncontrollably, which means Sloane and Eric will have a long, tiring night. When Sloane takes Jude for a stroll in the stroller, she should come away from it fatigued and preoccupied. Sloane will also feel like she's being tugged in a million different directions due to a tense phone call from Leo that will divert her attention. Sloane knew it would be difficult to pull off when she committed to stealing this kid. Nevertheless, when Sloane consented to follow Melinda Trask's audacious plan, she most definitely did not anticipate this degree of drama. Sloane will just have to keep attempting to manage all of her problems and discover answers along the way because it is too late to turn back now. Sadly, Days spoilers indicate that Sloane is going to make a major error that will only make her difficulties worse. Sloane will take a moment to answer Leo's call and put the stroller out of her mind while she's out for a stroll with the infant. Nicole Walker DeMera will, of course, only need a moment to seize the child and be with her son again. Nicole won't be thinking about the fact that it's not realistic for her to think she can take this baby and vanish into the unknown. It's not like there will be a complex abduction plot. Duo L viewers will witness Nicole acting impulsively when it comes to snatching Jude. Nicole won't be able to help but grab Jude and run off with him the moment she sees him because she will just sense that old connection. According to previews for Days of Our Lives, Sloane will turn around after calling to see Jude has left, so she will update Eric on the horror and blame Nicole. Everyone has been thinking that this is just another route for Eric and Nicole to reconcile. Even though it doesn't look like Sloane and Eric will make it through, what if Nicole and EJ do? This time, everyone believes the kid is his, even though Nicole had nothing to do with it. He was ready to love the child as his own. It wasn't her fault, even though he could be devastated to hear the truth. Okay, so it was because she slept with Eric. But she was intoxicated, and EJ had already forgiven her for that, right? Because EJ and Nicole just make more sense in the end. They are effective when things are going well, and we have seen them persevere when things are difficult. It can take some time for them to find out the baby is alive and not EJ's. It might even become a lot, bumpy. However, that doesn't imply they can't make progress. Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.